a lot of inside 50s, or how did you see it play out?
No, we can. No, stats. You watched the footy last night, Ralphie?
I did.
Stats can not tell a story. I thought we had ourselves in a winning position for most of the game. But the game's changed. I mean, it's a different game now. I mean, last year, on average, or roughly, I think both teams sort of can expect to score about 9 points from centre bounces. And today, you know, with the rules the way they are, we lost the centre bounces horribly, 20 to 10, and that's bad enough. But then, they scored 43 points from those centre bounces, and we only score 14 points. So, there are a lot of things that go into a game of footy, but that matters more than it's ever mattered in, I suspect, football history. So it's a huge component of the game, and that's why games can swing both within games, but it can also swing week to week. I mean, we had some really good elements of the game today, particularly improvements from last week. But yeah, I thought if we won the game by 20 points, we'd be talking about a lot of the positives that came out of today.
So that centre bounce thing, Brad, people talked about that before the year, that it would become more important, but is it more so than what you even expected?
No, it's about. No, I think it's about right. Yeah, and there are some inexplicable things today. I mean, Sean Higgins is very good today, but I can't remember the last time Sean Higgins has burst out of a centre bounce and fallen over, or run 20 metres without bouncing it. So I mean, that they are big swings, in the game. And that being said, Sean again was a really good player. No, so I think it's probably the result of the centre bounce rule, and again, I've been an advocate for it. So, but I did also make the point that while I'm an advocate, it's going to be harder to coach if things aren't going your way, because you're limited in how you can turn things around.
I feel like you guys have set up pretty well for centre bounce. You've got Cunnington as a beast there, going forward if the rule's going to be so critical. Yeah, I think that for the most part we're well placed, but Lachie Neale was very, very good today. There are going to be players who are really influential on the outcome of games based on their centre bounce work, and that's where a lot of the best players in the competition play. So if the fans are coming to see the best players in the competition go to work, well, the centre bounce rule is going to be a big factor in that.
What do you think about a couple of the recruits, Pollock and Hall particularly?
Yeah, and Pittard, I thought they were very good. Brisbane were forced to respond to Hall. He was really influential early in the game, and that helped us around the stoppages as well. And and again, the rest of the stoppages were really good for us, throwing ball ups around the ground. I thought we controlled that part of the game, but just we weren't able to put. And clearly, you can't put the score on the board when you're winning around the ground stoppages, because the set positions aren't in place. But yeah, I thought Aaron was really good today. Pollock just has continued on from his form at Port Adelaide last year. Taron Thomas shows he's going to be a good player. Time. But there are seven new players today, and Ben Mackay's effectively playing his second game. So there's a fair bit of change within our team, and we're still working on that synergy.
Luke Davies, Yak's best game as well.
Yeah, Luke was really good. I mean, we're putting a lot of responsibility on his shoulders, but we feel he's ready for it, and it's not purely about giving him opportunity. It's because he's worked really hard, and he's a genuine inside the centre square option for us. And yeah, he had a good game. Other than Lachie Neale, who was really dominant, I thought, it seems a strange thing to say, but I thought our midfield were on top. But we lost the centre clearances 10-20, and we've lost the inside 50 count 43-66. Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it?
No.
That was the feel.
Marley Williams.
Yeah,
okay?
Marley hurt his ankle, but he was restrapped and came back on. But again, really, he controlled Charlie Cameron all day. He came off for that period, and Cameron kicks 3 in the last quarter. So that was really disappointing from our end, but I thought Marley did a fantastic job up until he hurt his ankle. But the fact that he was restrapped and came back on suggests he should be okay for next week.
It was a really good battle, and he had his moments. And then, as you see with the centre square, whether you think to ever throw him in, how do think about all that kind of stuff?
Oh yeah, he's still. We've talked a lot about that. He's still an inside mid in my mind, even though he's playing more permanent forward over the last sort of 24, 25 weeks or games. He's very much in that mix. We've just got to keep working on what the mix looks like given the state of game.
Thanks, guys. Okay.